Well, welcome one and all to another Riga United's Team Talk. The women have kicked off their season and are fighting it out in the First League, but this week we are focusing on the men's first home game in the new 2015 season. And to talk about it with us today, we are joined by the manager of the first team, Mo Awada. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So, this year, new management. You and Graham Williams have decided to jointly take on the role for leading the men's team this year. How is that going for you so far? And do you know each other's roles yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me and Graham took on the role jointly at the beginning. To be honest, me and Graham, we've gone back a long time. I mean, I've known Graham for about 4 or 5 years now. In all honesty, I think we both have the best interest of the club. I know we both have a lot of passion for the club and a lot of love for the club, which really helps when you're working with someone. Obviously, with the transition the club went through in January, there was a need for someone or someones to step into that role. And me and Graham being the 2 senior members of the club, and Justin, of course, taking over on the ladies side of things. So it was a natural progression, I think, for both of us. Well, my playing days are coming to an end, so the natural progression was to go into management, something that I really wanted to do. But yeah, I mean, obviously, when you're working with someone, there are little bits and pieces that you have to discuss. I wouldn't say we agreed on everything, but on the whole, it's been very positive working with Graham. We did have a discussion on our roles. I know you want to get some juicy gossip on that, I know. So basically we agreed that Graham is probably better on the coaching side. So on the training pitch, doing the drills with the players, that's where he has the skills. So we had to utilize our skill base basically. So yeah, he's doing that side. So he's in full charge almost of the training side of things, the drills, getting the players prepared. From my side, I'm managing the whole aspect of the men's team. So my role would be to pick the squad, selection for match days, pick the starting 11, substitutes, tactics, formation. Obviously, discussing it with Graham and having his input, because I do value his input. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so we complement each other very well. We work well together. We've been friends for a while now. Graham is quite laid back. I'm pretty laid back, so we can brainstorm some ideas through each other. We're always in discussions. I mean, almost every day we're WhatsApping or Skyping or discussing football or discussing the team. So in a whole, for me, and I can only do it from my perspective, it's working very well at the moment, and we're both enjoying it very much, and looking forward to Thursday when it all starts.
It was a long pre-season, you had a lot of games. How do you feel it went, and have you learnt anything from it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think pre-season went better than expected. First of all, because of the transition in management, obviously new styles. As you know, we have a new formation as well that we are trying to work on. We also had an influx of players as well, so that takes time to bed them in, to get them used to the Riga United way, shall we say. We started off pre-season very well. We had a 4-2 victory over Marienburg. Although, to be honest, they did play their reserve team, I believe. So then we went to the Czechova Cup, where we played 3 teams that were in a higher division than what we are. And that was a real test for us. You know, if we could compete against these teams, this would be kind of the icebreaker. And yeah, we played Prejli in our first game in the Czechova Cup. And after a little bit of a wobbly start, shall we say, we convincingly beat them 5-2. We played Auda in this second game of that competition, and you know, Auda is a step up, to be honest with you. And we competed very, very well with them. Actually unlucky to lose the game, if I'm honest with you. The first half we had a couple of chances and a little bit more luck. If we'd have scored the first goal, then who knows how that would have ended. But to be honest with you, to come second in that Czechova Cup competition was a real proud moment for us as a club, I think, to show us that, yes, we are ready to step up that level, to go to the next step. And it made me believe that, yes, we can actually achieve something and we can do something. But of course, with pre-season, it's about bedding in the new formation, getting our ideas across to the players, how we want them to play, get their fitness levels up. I mean, we started pre-season at the beginning of February. So I think we started very early this season, which what we wanted to do. The first 4 weeks we worked on fitness, purely fitness training on the players. We're a little bit unsure how the players responded to that, but they responded very well. They have taken on our ideas, the way we want to play the game. So they've taken it on board. And to be honest, I'm very proud of the way they've actually handled themselves in pre-season. We laid down a marker, I believe. We've played, and we intentionally wanted to play teams that we will face this season. So we've played RTU, we've played FK Large Places, we've played Upper and we played Tractors. And these are 4 teams that we will face in the coming season. And we remained undefeated against these 4 teams. So for that, for me, it shows the confidence. Because for me, winning is a habit. And I want to get the players used to that winning mentality. And it clearly shows that we have nothing to fear. I mean, this group of players, we go into the unknown, but we go into that unknown with confidence, with belief. And I truly believe in the players that we have. I truly believe that we can bring success this season in, I don't know how you would measure that success yet, because I don't want to set any targets or anything like that. But yeah, in the whole, the pre-season, I believe, has gone to plan. You know, players have got minutes on the pitch. I've been trying to give as many minutes to as many players as we can, because it is a squad game and we need them to be involved and to step up as and when they are needed. And we've had some pretty convincing results against some pretty good teams. So yeah, we still need to keep the work rate. Still, of course, improvements that we need to make in readiness for the new season. But I think the pre-season, I think we played something like 8 games, if I believe correctly. My one proudest moment, actually, if I'm honest, is actually when we lost the game. Because we lost against a UK touring team. I believe we lost that game 5-2 in pre-season. But the look on the players' faces in the changing room after that showed me how hungry they were for success. Because, you know, when a team loses and the players are going in and laughing and joking, I mean, this would have upset me a little bit. But in the changing room after that game, they all looked hurt. They all looked really depressed. And that showed me that this group of players really want to take the next step. They want to win. Okay. And that's what I want to embed in the team, you know, that winning mentality. And from that day, I said to myself, and I said to Graham, I said, we got a bunch of players here who will work their socks off and they want to win. And they're hurting if they lose. So for me, that was a good sign. Okay. And then they improved. I mean, the character kicked in. Because the next 2 or 3 games, we really put in some really top performances. And yeah, with more hard work, more belief, I think we can carry that into the new season.
Last year, Riga United were playing in Vidzimers League 2. And this year, the club's changed to Riga Division League 2. Why did the club feel it needed to change leagues?
Yeah, I think we decided as a club on joining the Riga League 2 this season, purely for 2 reasons, I believe. One reason was the Vidzimir League involves a lot of traveling. Now, I, for one, love the boys getting into the car, traveling to another city, you know, experience something different. So for me, on a personal note, I mean, I really enjoyed that. But I also understand that a lot of the guys are working or they're studying, and having an away game in Smiltene on a Wednesday night, I mean, it's not logical. or even going to Stystile, for example, on a Saturday. I mean, that's your whole weekend gone almost, because by the time you leave in the morning to get back in the evening, you know, you're shattered. So one of the reasons we decided as a club, I believe, to do the Riga League was, one, because we're a Riga-based club and we want to play in Riga. So it eases on the traveling for the players. But two, and most importantly, I think, was the fact that we want to take that next step. We want to go to that next level, and I believe the Riga division will obviously give us that next level. It's more games. We're going to be playing, 26 games this season. We're almost going to be doing 2 games a week. And as a player, you want to be playing games. I think I watched an interview with Edgar, as you had previously, and I think one of his comments were, because of the summer break, he got a bit of niggly injuries because his muscles relaxed, and he didn't get, you don't get into it. And I really believe, if you ask any football player, what would you rather do? Have a little break, train, or play games? And I'm sure every player will say, I want to play football games. So yeah, this is the chance for us to play games. And I believe it's a good opportunity for us to test ourselves against a higher caliber of team.
As stated before, the first season in the Riga division, there's tougher teams. What are your aims for this year?
Well, our aims for this season, I guess, is to consolidate our position in the league. As I said previously, we're going into the unknown a little bit. But I think we should go into that unknown with excitement, with no fear, and above all, just to enjoy the occasion of being in the Riga division. I think the players have earned it. I truly believe that we can do well in this league. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to set any targets as such. I mean, my targets, and what I will tell the players what my targets are, and what the club's target should be, is play each game and just try and win every game that we can compete in, and just to enjoy it. I really want players to just, and for me as well, as a manager, and for Graham and for the whole club, just to enjoy the whole occasion of being in the Riga League.
Good. Well, Thursday is the big day, the home opening against Dinamo Riga. What are your expectations?
Well, first and foremost, to be honest with you, I'm really excited and looking forward to Thursday's game. And the banter around the club with the players, they can't wait to get started, which for me is really positive. What's important for me and my expectations is to get a good, solid start. Our first 2 games are against Dinamo Riga and Tractors, which I believe are winnable games. But we also have to work hard and really play our football. And I think if we do that, I don't see a reason why we can't start off the season very well. Again, as I said previously, I mean, I don't want to set targets or anything like that. We'll just take each game as it comes, get 3 points, and the first game is against Dinamo Riga on Thursday, and we pick up 3 points hopefully, and we move on from there, and then the next game is on Saturday.
Well, this season you'll be on the sidelines, obviously managing the team. How has the transition been from being the player last season to being the manager this year?
Good question. Yeah, I mean, I've been a player for the last 7 years with Riga United. But also one fact that maybe you don't know is that I did actually manage the club previously. So this is not completely new to me, although this is in a completely different capacity. So yeah, I mean, the transition, I mean, I will miss not playing. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I really want to be on that pitch and play. But you have to also be realistic. I mean, my legs can't carry me anymore. I think they haven't been carrying me for the last 2 years, to be honest. But I'm hoping maybe to get a few minutes in the reserve team this season. But my main focus will be on orchestrating the team, hopefully from the touchline, this season to success. And that will bring me a lot of pleasure if we can win and be successful this season.
Finally, just between you, me and the viewers, Who really is the boss between you and Graham?
I see you want to get a little bit of gossip here, and I'm not going to give it to you. What happens in the changing room stays in the changing room. There's some things that we can't discuss in public. But what I would say is, at the moment, and I don't see this changing, me and Graham have a very good working relationship. We bounce off each other, ideas. He's, as I said before, stronger in some areas. Maybe I'm stronger in other areas. And I think that combination will only benefit the club as a whole. To be honest, I'm learning a lot from Graham as well, from the way he's interacting, he's setting up his drills. So for me, it's also a learning curve this season as well. And I hope maybe Graham's learned maybe one or two things over me. You'll have to ask him that. But no, I mean, in general, we were a good working partnership, and I think that's beneficial to the club as a whole.
Who's going to get Riga United's first goal this year?
Edgar's.
First hat-trick?
Niels.
Top goal scorer?
Liana, closely followed by Stefanos.
First yellow card?
Probably be Niels.
First red card?
Probably Niels again.
Okay, your motivational song.
For me personally, I have the Tiger.
Entrance song for Riga United this year?
Z-Cars.
Okay, toughest game?
Karamba away.
Easiest game?
There is no easy games.
Worst place to play in Latvia?
Probably be Adaji and FK Large Places if we play them at their ground. It's like a potato field.
Sick note?
Sick note, Graham Williams.
Favourite food?
Pasta.
Favourite coach?
Alex Ferguson.
Okay, and favourite player?
Tim Cahill.
Favourite team?
Everton. And Riga United.
When you are not watching Everton, you are...
Sleeping.
Well, thank you very much for having us today. We all wish you the best of luck in the new coming season.
Thank you very much. We look forward to it.
Thank you. And thank you very much for joining us today. Remember, if you can come down to the game, it's at Riga's Vidaskola 49, and the kickoff time is 8:45. Please follow us on Twitter and Facebook, where you can keep up with all the updates for Riga United. And thank you very much. See you next time. Jump to my Jaguar, baby. You have a possibility, play.